last night with the Blazers. They got off to a good start. Big-time effort from rookie Jeremy Sohan. The tip wouldn't go, got the rebound and blocked, but he stayed with it, and eventually he gets the layup. It's 12-9 Spurs. Then, a few minutes later, it's Keldon Johnson. Cut through the defense. And then there's Doug McDermott with the big bucket. Spurs and Blazers were tied at 74 at half. Spurs put in a good effort in the second half, but Portland was blazing. They outscored the Spurs 45-27 in the third. Portland's Damian Lillard had 37, 12 assists. He went on to beat the Spurs 147-127. That stopped a three-game losing streak of their own. Keldon Johnson scored 20. Jeremy Sohan finished with 18. They have lost 7 of their last 8 games now. So this team sits second to last in the Western Conference standings, just above the Houston Rockets, but they're still in 4th overall. They want to get in that bottom 3 in order to have a better chance of getting that first-round draft pick. The Spurs travel down the West Coast, take on the Lakers tomorrow night in L.A. Tip-off for that one is scheduled for 9:30. All right, American skier Mikaela Shiffrin has won a record 83rd World Cup race. Her victory broke a tie on the all-time women's list with former American teammate Lindsey Vonn. Vonn retired 4 years ago when injuries cut her career short. Shiffrin only needs 3 more wins to match Ingemark Stenmark's overall record between men and women of 86 victories. Stenmark competed in the 1970s and 80s. Shiffrin can get that record pretty quick because she's competing again tomorrow. 83 wins on the slopes.
I'm kind of inspired to go home and do some exercise over lunch.
Wow. I'm trying to find people who've actually skied 83 times down the slopes and not got hurt.
Yeah. All right, new today at 5. You've probably heard it or even said it yourself. Put on a jacket. You're going to catch a cold. Is that really true? Can you catch a cold by not dressing warmly enough on a day like today? 12 on your sides, Marilyn Morris is going to give us all the info why mom is not wrong. It's today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. Well, we have been enjoying some much-needed rain. Take a look at this. Snow in Amarillo.
Wintry weather hit the Panhandle overnight. As much as 8 inches of snow expected to fall in some areas.
That's so pretty.
It is nice.
And even though it's muddy in San Antonio, that's pretty to us at this point.
Lux and galoshes today.
Yeah, it is. Nowhere near as cold as it is up there in the Panhandle, where they do have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings. It's a wet snow up there, but it has accumulated in several spots. Here is just rain, as you guys said, and we're still dealing with some stronger storms down closer to the coast, down there around Edna and El Campo, really moving out of our area, and we're seeing the radar become far more quiet than it was this morning. It was a busy scenario. The morning commute was messy. But as we look at San Antonio right now, the rain has cleared out, and we have some clearing starting to show up there in Medina County. So the sun will be out here probably over the next couple of hours and warms us up a little bit, not a lot. It's still pretty chilly out there right now with temperatures in the 50s and still a little bit damp. As we look closer at some of these showers, it's still there. Kennedy over to Floresville, although the rain is ending in Floresville. It has ended in Seguin. Luling, you're next in line. And this broken line will move towards Gonzales and Cuero. Hallettsville, still raining for you, and you'll pick up a little bit more rain before it's all said and done. That's one of the places that picked up quite a bit of rain today. Again, at the airport, only about half an inch. Not exactly what we were hoping for. And as we look at the satellite picture, I mentioned that clearing in Medina County. It's trying to work in our direction. So not perfectly clear, but I think the sun pops out by, say, 2, 3 o'clock. And that will help with temperatures a little bit. Right now, 51 at the airport. Still cool. 44 in Kerrville, 47 in Austin, 42 in Fredericksburg, 59 though in Del Rio with some sun there. We're right around 50 here in town at this hour. Still jacket weather. In the forecast for today, I do think we'll rise a little bit into the mid to maybe upper 50s, but the winds kick in. It gets gusty this afternoon, gusts to 35 out of the northwest. Hopefully that does not kick up Mount Cedar, considering we've got rain today. I hope that kind of balances everything out with these gusty winds. We'll talk more about tomorrow's forecast, which starts off really cold. That's coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Well, another day, another mass shooting in California, the third one in just 8 days. A 67-year-old suspect who's being described as a disgruntled employee opened fire at a farm and then a trucking company. ABC's Rena Roy reports 7 people were killed, but this time the alleged shooter was taken into custody.
Yet another mass shooting in California. Monday evening, deputies taking down the suspect responsible for opening fire at 2 farms in Half Moon Bay, killing at least 7 and seriously injuring another.
This kind of shooting is horrific. It's a tragedy that we hear about far too often.
San Mateo officials saying deputies were dispatched to Mountain Mushroom Farm after a report of a shooting with multiple victims. Shortly after, first responders discovering 3 more killed at another farm about a mile away. Authorities identifying the suspect as 67-year-old Half Moon Bay resident Chun Li Zhao, found hours later in his car in the parking lot of a police substation.
Zhao was taken into custody without incident, and a semi-automatic handgun was located in his vehicle.
So far, there's no known motive. Investigators in Monterey Park also working to pin down a motive in the shooting at Star Dance Studio that left 11 dead and 9 injured. Authorities discovering a rifle, ammunition, and firearm suppressors in the making in the suspect's home. Hyung Bang was wounded in the shooting.
I feel so scary. I swear all my life I never go to dancing studio. No more.
The community honoring the memory of those lost. The victims, all over the age of 50, including 70-year-old Diana Tom, remembered by her family as a hardworking mother, wife, and grandmother who loved to dance.
And just to give some context in all of this, there have been more mass shootings than days of the year so far, with the Gun Violence Archive recording 39 mass shootings in the first 23 days of the year. Rena Roy, ABC News, Half Moon Bay, California.
The man accused of shooting and killing 23 people at an El Paso Walmart plans to plead guilty to federal charges in that case. That's according to court records filed days after the federal government said it wouldn't seek the death penalty in the case. Patrick Crusius was charged with federal hate crimes and firearms violations. He is still charged in state court with capital murder and could still face the death penalty here in Texas if convicted. An arrest warrant dates back in 2019. Crusius surrendered to police after the attack and admitted he was the shooter, saying he was targeting Mexicans.
4 more members of the far-right Oath Keepers group now convicted of seditious conspiracy. It is the second major trial resulting in convictions of suspects accused of plotting to keep Donald Trump in power after he lost the election. ABC's Em Nguyen shows us why these men are now facing up to 20 years in prison.
4 additional members of the far-right Oath Keepers militia group have been found guilty of seditious conspiracy and other charges for their involvement in the deadly January 6 attack on the Capitol. Prosecutors convincing a Washington, D.C. jury that the 4 forcibly tried to stop the certification of Joe Biden's election victory and keep Donald Trump in office.
I'm grateful to the prosecutors, agents, and staff for their outstanding work in connection with this matter.
The jury handing down a verdict against Joseph Hackett and David Morshell of Florida, both seen in now infamous images moving through mobs in a military-style stack formation. Roberto Minuta of Texas, who clashed with police that day, according to court documents, and Edward Vallejo of Arizona, who allegedly was on standby at a nearby hotel in Virginia, waiting for the order to bring firearms into the city. All 4 men were also found guilty of conspiring and obstructing an official proceeding. Lawyers for 2 of the defendants saying their clients didn't receive a fair trial.
These men were swept up by the Stop the Steal nonsense that was pushed by the president.
Their trial comes 2 months after Oath Keepers leader Stuart Rhodes and another member were also convicted of seditious conspiracy, the first time a jury found participants in the insurrection were engaged in an organized seditious conspiracy. The Justice Department got another win related to the Capitol riot Monday. Richard Barnett, photographed with his feet up on a desk in then Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office, convicted on all 8 counts he was facing.
The CELW seditious conspiracy charge the 4 Oath Keepers were convicted on carries a sentence of up to 20 years in prison. The judge has yet to set a date for sentencing. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Still coming up, Hollywood gearing up for one of its biggest nights of the year, the Oscars. And just hours ago, the Academy announced this year's list of nominees. What films are vying for the gold statue? Coming up.
Amazon is expanding its push into healthcare, what it's offering folks that are looking to save on prescription medications now. We got a big announcement from Amazon this morning, and it could help you save on generic prescription medications. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis on the details of the plan and what makes it so different from other online pharmacies.
Amazon announcing RX Pass, a new benefit for the more than 200 million Prime members. For $5 a month, Amazon Pharmacy offering unlimited prescription medications delivered free to your door. Available starting today, the service gives users access to over 50 generic medications, treating more than 80 of the most common health conditions, including high blood pressure, anxiety, and acid reflux. No insurance needed.
According to the FDA, there are thousands of online pharmacies, and this space is only growing. So it's good to see companies like Amazon put forward projects like RX Pass to further add competition in this space and make getting generic medications more convenient, affordable, and with price transparency.
Other online pharmacies like Express Scripts or Capsule offer discounts on prescriptions or free delivery. But RX Pass differs by offering a flat rate for an unlimited amount of prescriptions as long as they carry what you need. And while the benefit will be an additional add-on option to a user's current Prime subscription, which costs $14.99 a month, it will not be available to those enrolled in Medicare, Medicaid, or any other government health care program. Amazon says those customers can still use their government insurance to fill prescriptions at Amazon Pharmacy.
I encourage my patients to go online and price shop to find the cheapest price for their prescription meds. If anyone has questions about online pharmacies and whether or not they're reputable or safe, it's important to check the FDA to look to see if it is a legitimate online pharmacy. With RX Pass, it is reassuring to see that a prescription is required, but it's also important for patients to understand that not all generic medications will be available. And if people do have trouble affording medication, it's still important to chat with a healthcare professional directly.
No one taking home the Powerball jackpot prize, according to the Powerball website. No winning ticket was sold ahead of last night's drawing. That means the jackpot now $526 million with an estimated cash value of $284 million. Next drawing is coming up tomorrow night.
You couldn't even buy the ring we had for $240 million.
Feels that way. It has been
priceless.
so long since we've just had a good rain like this, and it lasted several hours. It has come to an end now, and we're starting to see skies clear a little bit. So far today, we got up to 52. We'll be a little warmer than that this afternoon once the sun comes out, but not much. 47 was the low this morning. Officially at the airport now, we got close to half an inch, not quite, 0.49. There were better numbers, though, around San Antonio. We'll look at the forecast, talk about those gusty winds and how cold it'll get tomorrow morning coming up.
Get ready to rodeo, San Antonio. This year, though, we are inviting you to join in on the fun and ride in a carriage with us in the Western Heritage Parade.
Only a few people are going to get to come along for that ride, though. If you want to join us, you can enter the sweepstakes for a chance to win. Just scan the QR code there on your screen. It's free to enter and exclusively for members of KSAT Insiders, and you can join, which is free to join.
We should have pictures of the last time we did this.
Mm-hmm.
Those pictures are awesome. You have until tomorrow to enter. The Western Heritage Parade is scheduled for Saturday, February 4th.
And actually rode in that wagon last Friday.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun ride. I mean, if Dennis had the horses ready to roll, it's going to be good. Going to be fun. We're looking for a wonderful day on that day.
Yeah, because you were pretty cold when
we had blankets and things to keep us warm in the carriage. So it's another reason why you need to sign up for the sweepstakes.
Well, we know that the rodeo is kind of like a magnet for cold weather. At least it feels that way.
It does.
We're not quite to that forecast yet. We'll see how the beginning of February pans out. But we know January is going to end on sort of a coolish note. Not cold, but cool. We'll look at the radar first, though, to start, because it has been a busy morning rain-wise, and that is starting to wind down, at least for us. Not the case across the Texas coast, where more severe weather is expected this afternoon. You see now a new tornado warning there south of Victoria, where we've got a pretty good looking storm there in the Corpus Christi area. So I'll zoom in a little bit closer and show you the storm. Now, this is not really in our viewing area, but it's worth showing that we are getting some of these stronger storms down here where there's a warm front and the shear is just a little bit about the wind shear, which helps to contribute to some of these stronger storms. There is that storm. It's just southwest of Victoria, and it'll move into Victoria County, just south of the city of Victoria. With possible tornado there, gusty winds, and maybe even some small hail. We've had a few reports of that today. As far as San Antonio is concerned, the rain's gone. It's moving out. And we're still seeing a few showers there around Gonzales, Kennedy, Cuero, but these are all pretty light and moving away as well. So we're going to get the chance to clear out later this afternoon. I mentioned the hail. There was a little bit reported here in San Antonio. This was sent in to us, very small hail, pea-sized. But some of those heavier cells perhaps did carry a little bit of very small hail with them. We appreciate the picture, as always. And as we look at the satellite picture here, that clearing is starting to work into western Bexar County. So we're already starting to see the sun pop out. If you're watching from, say, the SeaWorld area or far west San Antonio, and then seeing some sun, Uvalde, Del Rio, Eagle Pass. Not full sun, but partly cloudy skies. 56 out in Uvalde, 54 Hondo. 40s across the hill country. We've got 51 here in town, right around 50 degrees for the most part here in San Antonio. These numbers will rise a little bit this afternoon with some sun, but not a whole lot. As we look outside at the airport, 51 degrees, northwestern winds at 14. Dew point still is at 48. That number drops too. Wind gusts. We're seeing gusts 25 miles per hour at the airport, gusting to 24, and Bulverde gusting to 23, Bernie Stage. These numbers probably jump up just a hair as we get into the afternoon. Some gusts 30 to 35 out of the northwest. And this lasts into this evening. The wind gust forecast shows that we'll see gusts somewhere around 30, even into tonight. It probably takes until tomorrow morning for these winds to completely die down. But we'll still have a breeze tomorrow morning. Temperatures fall in the mid-30s. Wind chills. We'll see wind chills tomorrow morning. It'll be worth bundling up. I think it could feel like it's in the 20s or 30s as we head into your Wednesday morning. Wind advisories are in effect out west. This goes noon until 6 p.m. Does include many of our western counties. Doesn't include San Antonio, but that doesn't mean it won't be windy here. That's just where the wind advisory is posted. And then there is a red flag warning in effect on top of that, meaning we've got gusty winds, but we've also got the lack of rainfall out west, and that is a big problem. Gusts to 45. And with these areas not receiving much rain last night, that poses a fire threat, something else to watch today. A lot of hazards there as this big storm system moves across the state, and it covers a lot of real estate. You see the snow up across parts of Oklahoma, Wichita Falls. Snow still flying at this hour. Dallas, Fort Worth, it's all rain, but they're getting a lot of it up there. And then East Texas getting a lot of rain as well. And you see the tornado watch box that's in effect there along the Texas coast with some of those storms that we showed you earlier starting to take shape. And it's this corridor here where we'll probably see more severe storms later this afternoon. Victoria to Houston down to Galveston. Our forecast, 54 degrees at 2 o'clock, 57, 3 p.m. Skies try to clear a little bit, especially as we head into this evening. Down into the 50s and eventually 40s by midnight, 42. And that wind will make it feel all that much colder. We start off at 37 tomorrow, 58 on Wednesday, 57 Thursday after a morning low of 33. So we could get down to freezing in several spots right around San Antonio. 58 Friday, mostly cloudy, and we will carry another chance for some rain Saturday with a high of 64 and a 30% shot at some showers. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. The list of Oscar nominees is out, and one film is leading the pack with 11 nominations. We'll look at the movies up for that golden statue coming up next.
The announcement of the Oscar nominations.
ABC's Morgan Norwood has a look at the contenders.
The nominations are in, and the countdown to the 95th Annual Academy Awards is on. Riz Ahmed and Allison Williams unveiling the contenders vying for a prestigious gold trophy. This year, big screen spectacles dominating the nominations, a year after streaming services captivated movie lovers. All Quiet on the Western Front making plenty of noise with 9 nods, including for Best Motion Picture, up against several hit films including Disney's Avatar, The Way of Water, Top Gun Maverick, and Everything Everywhere All at Once, which, by the way, leading the pack with 11 nominations. Up for gold in the Best Actor category, Oscar newcomers Austin Butler, Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Paul Mescal, and Bill Nye, each picking up their first Oscar nominations. The nominations teeming with more first and historic feats. Michelle Yeoh making history as the first Asian Best Actress nominee for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Angela Bassett scooping up a major nomination for the Marvel Cinematic Universe with her Best Supporting Actress nod, becoming the franchise's first actor to be recognized for a performance.
Really excited for Angela. I mean, it's not a shocker, and it feels really good to see her getting her flowers in this.
And like every year, there's always snubs.
James Cameron left out of the race there for Avatar, The Way of Water, of course. It would have been a very fun race to kind of see Cameron and Spielberg squaring off against one another, two titans.
The 2023 Oscars will take place on Sunday, March the 12th at the Dolby Theater. Jimmy Kimmel is back as the host this year, and of course you can watch live right here on ABC. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
All right.
Look like some good ones to choose from.
I'm going to nominate
There you go.
SA Live.
Oh,
Best TV show.
Yes. Why, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, we'd like to thank the Academy and all the people watching and all those folks behind you. Anyway.
We are getting ready to rodeo San Antonio, and Karen Dudek, Vaquero Cook-Off Subcommittee Chairman, is here.
Yep, it's just less than 2 weeks away.
Absolutely. It's just right around the corner. It was hurry up and wait, and now it is here. We are so excited.
Basically the first big event to get a prize for the rodeo,
yes,
right?
It is the official kickoff to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
Guess what she's got right there? That's the belt buckle for the grand champion. We're not going to show you yet. Yes, just wait. Want some other bling?
Oh, yes. We've got unique jewelry creations from Real Wonders Studio. These are incredible, and I mean, you can even customize them.
It's just basically some of the cutest stuff you have ever seen. Hey, Briscoe Art Museum, that little gem right in downtown. They have got Art in the Wild, right in the wild, a great exhibit. Activities for the kids as well. So you got to check that out, and got some of the artwork from the students who did it for the rodeo as well.
And cheers, Jen. You're hanging out with 2 scientists and a dog?
That's right. We're all about supporting local this Tuesday. We're at Black Laboratory Brewing and Kitchen, where they've teamed up with 2-1-Dough Pizza. Look at that. We're getting a taste of the food menu and, of course, the drinks. And we'll tell you what rodeo tea is. It's right here, and how long you can get it.
It's good.
That looks good. Okay, what makes you laugh, or who?
Yeah. Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. You
Ready?
may see your
Horse
answer
walks
on
in
the
the
show.
bar. This is why the long fade.